Welcome back to Wholesale Automatics. My name's Greg. Today we're going to be fitting a cooler kit for the Colorado. Let's get into it. Okay, we'll start by taking off the cowling across the top of the grill here. So we'll do that. You do that by, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 10mm bolts at the back here, and 2 bolts here that hold them, the cross braces. This brace here, you'll see it in a moment, we'll actually be removing that. And then we'll be taking these T20 Torx bits out. Okay, to get the cowling out, it's a little bit of a wiggle. Okay, the next step now is to remove this cowling brace, which it simply holds the top of the grill and the cowling down. But once the cowling's all bolted up, it really doesn't do a great deal. Plus it's in our way, so we're going to get rid of it. Okay, we'll remove this cowling brace here, which is 1 10mm bolt down the bottom there. I think we might go up for doing this. There's a bit of a gap there between the bull bar and the cross member, so it might be a lot easier if we go up in the air and do it all. In most DIY guys, you'll be laying on your back and doing it, but I'm going to go up. Okay, we'll remove this bolt here to take the brace out, and then we'll put that bolt back in. Nice long bolt. I think it's holding the diff in, helps hold the diff in as well. Okay, now that we've got that done, we'll come back down and do most of from the top now. Okay, next thing is to remove the bolt for the horn. We'll keep that bolt because we'll be replacing that the horn, but we'll invert the horn, turn it around. That's what we're going to end up doing. Okay. Okay, what I like to do is just loosen off the bracket, so when we turn it around, we're not pulling on the wiring too much here. So I'll just set it up like this, and then I'll just retighten this nut. There we go. All right. I'll sit that there for the moment. Now our next move is down here. We've got a little bit of a shroud. Now behind that shroud is the locating hole for the hook on the bottom of the cooler bracket. So what we've got to do is cut that out of the way, down there and through there. There's several ways you can do it. I've got a tool to do it, a little bit of I think they call it a craftsman's tool or something like that. But a hacksaw or something like that, or a knife, sharp knife, but generally a hacksaw blade, you can just do it by hand, cut it through there and down, get it out of our way. Okay. Now behind there, down here, there's two plastic locating plugs, if you like, that they'll come out. You just put I'll use a removing tool. Screwdriver is just as good. Now that we've got that part of it out of our way, I can get another cut along here and along there. Need to get rid of this area here because our big hole is in behind there. So I'll do that. Okay, now that we've got that out of our way, if you come over here, I'll show you what we've been trying to get to. That's that hole right there. That's where that will hook into. Now, another thing that a lot of the time with bull bars, aftermarket bracketry and that, this bracket here, that's part of the bull bar bracing. So we're going to have to undo that, get it out of our way, and then reinstall it after the bracket's gone on, because our bracket uses that stud there and that stud there. So we're going to have to go ahead and do that. Okay, now I'll just refit the horn loosely. Now we'll assemble the cooler kit with the hose on it. Okay, now we'll fit the hose onto the cooler. Okay, now we can place the cooler into position. There we go. Now we've got to get that hook into that hole before we do anything else. Okay, he's in. Our hook's in the hole there. Once we take the bracket up further and put the bolt in at the top, that'll pull right up into the hole. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, now that the bottom hook's in, we've got the top bolt in, we'll do that up. Okay, we can do our horn up. Making sure the horn isn't hitting nothing. It's all good. Now our lower nuts. Okay, we'll put that other bracket back on. Okay, that's the cooler fitted up here. Now I can replace our cowling up here, and then we'll go up underneath and do the plumbing, and we're done. Like I said, when we were taking it off, it's a bit of a wiggle. Okay, while everything's still loose, what I like to do first is put the bolt back in the driver's side cowling brace. Now we can do all the rest of them. Okay, that's that done. Okay, now we can go up underneath and do the plumbing. We're just about home and hose. Next thing we got to do is, if you come with me, we're going to plumb in to the bottom line of the cooling system of the transmission. So we've got to follow this along. Just the bottom one, you follow it along up over the diff, along to the front here, which is the lower one there. So it's this one here. So we'll be cutting that there and plumbing in with our barbs. Okay, we'll just line the hose up. We'll cut that one there. Get an extension. With this one, we've got to obviously go around in a bit of a circle. We give you heaps of hose to deal with, just in case you've got a winch in the way or something where you might have to go a different route. But we'll take it up underneath the gap of the bash plate, which goes back on later. Cable tie a few things up. Next thing to do is top up our transmission. Okay, this is our filler plug here. I'll use a pair of 90-degree pliers to get underneath the head of it. Did you notice how the head of it came up? Okay, now, like this. That's the locking tab, or the sealing tab. You notice how the locking plug came up with it. Normally that doesn't happen. Obviously the plug itself is stuck to it, so I'll give it a bit of a wiggle. Tim. That's the open position. In this case, this one was stuck around here, so the cap came right out. Normally you get it to that position from locked all the way down to that position and it'll come up with it. So, and now, what I'll do is, I'll come down, we'll start the vehicle up. This is the check plug. What we do is with the vehicle running, we take this check plug out. There's a tube, a level tube up on the inside of the pan. And that, once it's level with that, the fluid comes out, that's when the level is correct. So we'll come down and start the vehicle. Okay, we'll take our check plug out. Okay, generally, if the transmission is at its correct level, the cooler, it shouldn't take much more than a litre or probably not even a litre. Okay, that's 1 litre there, and you can see it's dribbling out. That's at the correct level, so we'll put our check plug back in. Okay, and we're done. Okay, we're done. All that's left to do is replace the lower bash plate. I won't bother showing you that. There's so many different variants of bash plates. You know your own. So all we need to do now is just take it for a bit of a drive. And always remember, if you do it yourself, you've got bragging rights around the campfire. See you next time, guys.